Well, today we're going to deal with paragraph writing. And before we start, we should define what paragraph means. So paragraph is a group of sentences that develop only one idea or topic. And this is very important. There will be a central idea, that is the one that will be discussed or developed along the paragraph, and all the sentences should be strictly connected to this main idea or topic. Whenever we have a well-written paragraph, it's like having a well-written miniature essay.
When she smiles.
There are different types of paragraphs, and within this classification we can mention descriptive paragraphs. When talking about descriptive paragraphs, we should know that they paint a picture by using just words. They appeal to the five senses to describe a situation, an object, a place, or a person. So senses are very important in descriptive paragraphs. And finally, it needs to show what is being described to make the reader feel that he or she is being part of the experience described. Then we have narrative paragraphs, which tell a story based on real or imaginary events, and they should state who, where, what, and when. So these questions should be answered in narrative paragraphs. So these first two types of paragraphs are more informal, yes, and the vocabulary used is simpler. On the other hand, we have expository paragraphs, which provide information about a specific topic. They explain something. They require research and analysis, and they need to explain and show what is being presented, to tell and show. So for everything you say, there should be evidence to support that. And finally, persuasive paragraphs express an opinion on a specific topic. It uses facts to convince the reader to agree with you, and it also requires research and analysis to prove what you are saying. So these are two kind of paragraphs, expository and persuasive paragraphs, need evidence to support everything that you are saying, and this is really important. For everything you say, there should be evidence. So these two are more formal and they use more specific vocabulary. All right. So a piece of advice is that paragraphs need to be focused. You need to concentrate on just one topic, and this is the topic that you're going to refer to along the whole paragraph. And you need to use effective sentence-to-sentence transitions or linking devices to achieve a smooth flow. You need to connect the different sentences by using effective transitions. In order to organize a paragraph, we're going to focus on the hamburger method. And this is a very interesting method because the idea is to think about a hamburger and the different ingredients that you have. Yes, the bread on top, the vegetables, the meat, and the bread on the bottom. And this would make a complete hamburger. So the paragraph, or any kind of paragraph, is like a hamburger, because you need specific ingredients to make a complete one. So we're going to focus on the elements, and we're going to call them constituents or features of a paragraph. So the first constituent is the topic sentence, that is the bread that you have on top of the hamburger. So the main function of the topic sentence is to state the main idea of the paragraph. This is known as controlling idea, because we will use this main idea or topic to guide the rest of the ideas present in the paragraph. And it helps the reader understand what the paragraph will be about. The second ingredient would be the supporting ideas, which will be like the vegetables in the hamburger. So all the sentences within the paragraph should be about just one topic, the topic that you presented in the topic sentence. There shouldn't be unrelated or extra sentences. So this won't help you at all. Within this same constituent or feature, we also have the evidence, which you will need to include in order to clarify, illustrate, explain, or prove what you are saying. For every supporting idea or transition statement, you need to include evidence. So supporting idea, evidence, supporting idea, evidence. The third constituent or feature is the concluding sentence, which is like the meat in your paragraph. This is very important. The idea of the concluding sentence is to bring the paragraph to a logical end. And you need to restate what has been said in the topic sentence. This means you need to go back, think about the main idea you had at the very beginning, and summarize it in just one sentence. And finally, the title would be the fourth constituent. This is the last thing you're going to write. And remember that you need to write a proper title. It has to be closely connected to the topic that you dealt with. It shouldn't be a complete sentence. It should be just one word or a phrase. And remember that every content word should be capitalized. Let's see an example of a paragraph. This paragraph is called "The Best Place to Live In." Canada is one of the best countries in the world to live in. First, Canada has an excellent healthcare. All Canadians have access to medical services at a reasonable price. Second, Canada has high standard of education. Students are taught by well-trained teachers and are encouraged to continue studying at university. Finally, Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. Canadian cities have many parks and lots of place for people to live. As a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. So the first constituent Now within this example is the topic sentence. Remember that the topic sentence is the first sentence in your paragraph and it is only one. So the main idea to be presented is the reason why Canada is one of the best countries to live in. So this is what the author is trying to explain in this paragraph. Then we have supporting ideas. We have 3. Canada has an excellent health care system. Then Canada has a high standard of education. And finally, Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. Then we have evidence for each of these supporting ideas. And finally, a concluding sentence. Yeah. Canada is a desirable place to live in, trying to remind the readers the reason why this paragraph was written. And finally, the title, yes, as I said before, of course, the first word within the title should be capitalized, and then every content word, words that carry meaning, should also be capitalized. There shouldn't be a period in the title. Try not to underline it. And remember that it's not a complete sentence. It could be just a word or a phrase.